guys, and welcome back to a video here on my channel. Today it's just going to be a voiceover of what I recorded earlier, which is me decorating the basement of my FC. I don't know why, but for some reason my settings in Streamlabs, which is what I use to record these, was all messed up, so this video isn't as pretty as I would like it to be. The audio was unsynced also, but I fixed it to the best of my ability, I think. So if some things are delayed in sound, that's probably why. But anyways, onto what I was doing. So this isn't going to be the full decoration, I haven't finished it yet. And this is about an hour's worth of work, just based off of the video footage that I have. So one of my members really loves the gold saucer, and I guess they're somewhat of a gambler IRL or something, I don't know. But he ended up buying all of these things, and he couldn't fit them in his house. So he wants to put them in the FC, and so initially I didn't really want it, but now that I'm redoing the FC house, I decided why not. So down here I'm trying to make a casino, and what I'm doing right now is I'm going up and grabbing the housing merchant so I can get easy access to them, and the summoning bell. Now usually in my builds I put all the merchants and the bells and all the good stuff that you need when you're crafting all together. But when I'm building these kind of rooms, I like to take these two things downstairs with me. Sometimes I'll put the company chest too if I'm grabbing from there. Right here I'm grabbing a bunch of marble walls. These are the new partitions that were added. I really like them, but they make things look definitely really fancy. What else are we doing? So right now I'm deciding whether I want to show the brick wall, which will not be a brick wall in the end, but I kind of like, something I picked up on I play The Sims is you have one wall that is showing the things, like showing the wallpaper, or it'll be one color, and then another wall adjacent to it will be a different color. I don't know if that's some kind of building thing, but that's just what I do. Something I picked up when watching tutorials. Here's where I figure I can't actually fit 3 without them glitching into each other, and with these kind of walls and a lot of other things in the game, you can actually see the glitch when you're walking by them, so I don't really like that. So to combat it, I like to make these intricate designs with the walls. So right here is when I was putting the wall back there to make kind of a protruding wall, and you'll see I'll do the one on the other side. My upstairs, the main floor, is also filled with these walls. Here I'm looking at the aquariums. I like that. I think this is tier 3. I like the look of it a lot better than the tier 4, because the tier 4 is just gigantic and it doesn't really fit anywhere. And I'm a part of the housing Discord. Maybe I'll link it in the description if I remember. But a bunch of ideas I get from there, and one of them was to make like this cool kind of I don't know what it's called, this cool shelf inside of the aquarium. So as you can see right there, if you put that white wall right there, it makes it look really pretty. Takes away the borders of the actual aquarium. And this is where the madness begins of this build. I believe I'm going to look for a Riviera shelf maybe, or yeah, so right there I found another gold saucer item which could be useful in the build. There's a bunch of other things there too, but I guess I didn't see them at this point. So I figured I might need to float an object. And then here's a quick transition because I ended up needing some linseed oil which is made from flax. And you can hear the nice thunder ambient sound. For this, I turned off the background music just because I think listening to the buttons is a lot nicer. So here's just a little segment of me gathering some flax. And what this is for is I needed to make some oasis stalls, because that's what I decided to use for my bar. So, quick transition, and we're back to the house. As you can see, there was a Hingen sideboard or something, I think that's called, that I was playing around with possibly being the bar, but I didn't like them. So I used the preview window, which is new, to 5.0, just to actually preview some furniture, and I found this oasis stall. So that's why I went to go get the flax, was to make this. And I made 6 because I wasn't sure how many I needed. I figured it would take 3 to fill up the first front row. And here I was thinking maybe it would look nice if they weren't glitched together. But I don't really like the gap opening that it has. I like to keep most of my objects on the grid snap feature, because then I know they'll be aligned, but sometimes you can't do that. So there, I just put them back to grid snap. And then this is the side part. I was trying to line it up with the actual edge of this other one. Didn't really work out. As you can see, I'm nudging it a little bit, but again, it looks weird. I put the camera at weird angles when I'm building. Like, this was obviously pushed in because I'm right against the stairs, so I can't zoom out, which is kind of dumb. I should have just moved something. So I'm liking the look of it. Just looking it over, trying to figure out if I actually like the end pieces like that. And something I like to do is, when I'm building a house, since I have both the PlayStation and PC versions of this game, I tend to build on the PC and use PC controls mixed with the controller, because it's easier. And then here's just a skip ahead to, I needed to float this rectangular partition, which you have to do via this method. And I can't have grid snap on with this Riviera wall shelf, the Riviera shelf method, so I just slowly lifted it for about 12 minutes. And then here I finally got it. When you float an object, you need to make sure that you turn it a little bit like that, and then lock it, and then turn it back to the position you want, because then that locks it in place. Otherwise, when you leave or zone out of the area, it'll go back to the floor. So that's pretty bad. And then I'm just gonna put the wall back the way it was, but eventually I'm gonna actually move it out again just because ease of access. But yeah, I really like the look of how this turned out. I kind of put the half wall in a little bit, just because I liked the kind of difference, I don't know what to call it, the way it looked when the pillars were kind of a bit forward. And then here I'm just admiring it and making sure that it's actually gonna stay there. And I actually took a picture of this to post in the housing Discord, just to see, like, I understand now that this took a shit ton of time to actually get to work. So now, the last thing I'm gonna do in this video is kind of float the aquarium to fit in that alcove. So here we actually are using 2 lofts. These are new features. Oh, and my friend came in and we were chatting for a little bit. I was kind of like, hi, I'm just doing this, please let me do this, because then I wanted to go do something else. But lofts are really handy. You can make different floors now, and they even come with stairs that you can make. The only downside is the only thing you can put on lofts, like automatically, that will just snap to them, is tabletop items. So a lot of the times I have to float a carpet or a bed up there. But I'm trying to make a little, I don't know what you call this, just like a layer so you don't see the opening of that wall space between the floor and the half wall, the rectangular wall partition. And I could have just taken the side wall away so I could see better, but I'm trying to do this really weird kind of looking through objects approach. I don't really know what I'm doing. See, that loft part was sticking out a little bit, so just pushing it back. Again, I could have just moved the wall, but I didn't think that far ahead yet. And then to lock those in place, you need to turn off the setting where it attaches to walls, click it, and then don't move it, and then unclick it. Then you can move the wall it's attached to. So, looking at that, it looks nice. I'll probably change the color of it or do something else, maybe add some plants up there. I kind of like the difference in color, sort of. And I don't even know if these walls are going to stay white. But they kind of go together with the red, what is it? For Tom's wall? Yeah. So here I'm going to do the bottom part to float the aquarium. The nice thing about the aquariums is they're considered a tabletop item, so you can actually put them on the loft. So I'm just going to push this stage wall with the loft and aquarium on it into position. And then I'm kind of trying to cut off the top of it, because I don't mind if it goes into the top loft, because it will stick out otherwise and just look all kinds of weird. See, here's where I finally realized, why don't I just move this so I can actually see what's going on back here. And of course I realized that loft is actually sticking out. I ended up moving it a little bit. It's hard to see what the hell I'm doing. I mean, I could have turned the stage wall around and flipped everything and then kind of pushed it back into the wall itself. But that's another method I could have used. Whatever. Everything's set up by the time this video is out anyways. So then I find, oh, this loft is glitched through the wall. So now it's actually in position, the correct position. I couldn't tell with the stage in the way. The stage wall, I guess I should call it. So then I clicked on and off again, and it detached from the stage wall, and then I can just move it. And then I realized, oh, the top one snapped back onto the wall, so I had to unclick that. Then moving that out of the way, and grabbing the one I want. And there we go, that's the finished aquarium piece. Right there, so I'm probably gonna put some shelves through it, put some like bottles, alcohol bottles in there. I don't think I want to put an actual fish. I might put fish tank trimmings to make it look a little nicer. I'll have to look at it. And I told Rena, my friend, to come look. I was like, look at what I did. Like, it doesn't look like much, but the effort it takes to actually get everything together. Before this year, I didn't really know all the glitches and floating stuff, so my houses were kind of simple. But I'm trying now. I really like design. And then here I'm just putting the bar back. And that's actually going to be all for this video. I know it wasn't too much, but we are at like 16 minutes. So hopefully you enjoyed. And I appreciate you guys a lot, so I'll see you in the next video.